Morning, I'm here somewhere in Sacramento. Got a bad hot gas valve on this Manitowoc NXT. I'm gonna try to give you a step-by-step on how to replace it. Symptoms I'm seeing is that when this machine goes into harvest, the ice doesn't fall from the evaporator. My pressures on my low side don't rise high enough to give us enough heat on the evaporator for the ice to slightly melt, just enough for it to slide and fall off of the evaporator. My coil is getting 208, excuse me. So my coil is getting 208. My pressure only goes up to about 50 PSI during harvest. So if you knock on the top of the harvest valve, like the back of a screwdriver, sometimes you can get it to open, and then my pressures jump up to 90 on the suction side. That gives enough heat to the evaporator for the ice to fall off. So essentially what's happening is my harvest valve is getting 208, it's not opening, you knock on it and then it opens. It just means that there's something is not working right inside of that valve. You just need to swap it out. So that's what I'm gonna show you. So this guy just went into harvest. Here are a look at what my pressure should be. My suction pressure is only at 50. It should be between 75 and 90. So up here, get a shot at my coil. I can tell that it's energized already. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a quick tap. There you go. I heard it change. That just means that it opened up all the way. Go back down here. Look at that. My pressure's jumped up to 85, going up to 90. So that's just a quick demonstration of the harvest valve. When it gets stuck, it doesn't open all the way. I would show you the fact that it's getting 208, but it's pretty obvious that it's energized. Then this ice is gonna go ahead and fall. Then it's gonna make ice again, and then the harvest valve isn't gonna open again. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap it out. Hey, before we get started, if you haven't been trained to do this type of thing, don't do it, don't attempt it. You're gonna hurt yourself, break the machine, make the situation worse. Don't do it unless you've been trained and you know how to do it. With my gauges connected to the ice machine, connected to my recovery tank, recovery machine, excuse me, connected to my recovery tank, you want to make sure you bleed the air out of the lines and out of the recovery machine. And once you're confident that there's no air in the system, go ahead and close that. Then you just go ahead and open that up with your tank in a vacuum. It should suck a lot of that refrigerant in. My small little mistake. Instead of connecting your high side hose to the high side here in front of the machine, connect it to this valve here. That way you can pull directly off of the receiver. It'll save you time. My recovery is below 0, so I'm done recovering. There's the harvest valve or hot gas valve that I'm gonna be removing, and there's a filter dryer that you should change every time you open the system. This will be pretty easy to access. Welding down in there is be kind of a pain. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unweld here, and I'm gonna unweld way over there. And I'm gonna take this whole section out, weld it off to the side, and then I'm gonna put it back in so that when I replace it, this will be an easy weld to make, and then make an easy weld over there. Yeah, it's 2 extra welds, but better to do that than risk overheating this, or since it's copper to stainless steel, sometimes it's kind of hard to make that weld, especially a weld upside down inside of the ice machine. It's just a real tight fit. So I'm I'm gonna remove it. All right, so now I got my harvest valve on the cart, make it easier to do. Got that one welded in, new filter dryer put in, and that weld complete. Now it's time to pressurize and leak check. I've already done my visual inspection, everything looked good, but let's see if it holds pressure and hit it with some soap bubbles. All right, so we're pressurized just over 250. This is one of my welds. Throw some bubbles on that one. Throw some bubbles on this guy. Bubbles on that guy. Bubbles on that guy. And then obviously down in there, if I can freaking see it. And after I leak check it, obviously I'm gonna wipe up the mess that I just made, but I'll just let it sit for a second and then go through one by one and look really closely. So we're gonna let our vacuum run until we get down to 500 microns. All right, we're looking good on our vacuum. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut our vacuum off, throw our refrigerant up here, and we're gonna weigh in 112 ounces of R404A. So I was able to get about 3 pounds, 9 ounces in there. Now this isn't gonna take anymore. So what I did was I started up the machine, and I'm gonna go ahead and meter it in through the low side. Make sure that if you do this, you don't slug the compressor with liquid refrigerant. That is not good. So now that I'm running, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a little bit at a time, just like this. Make sure no liquid ends up getting to my compressor until I get to my 112 ounces or 7 pounds. We should be going into harvest. Oh, look at that. Caught it just in time. And then see how our suction side pressures are jumping up to where they're supposed to be without having to tap on the harvest valve. This is a successful hot gas valve / harvest valve change out. What's up, guys? Just finished up. If you got any value out of this video, throw me a thumbs up hit subscribe. If you didn't get any value, maybe leave me a comment, tell me what I can do better, tell me what you would like to see in the future. Thanks for watching. I look forward to giving you more content.